Tonight's lesson is going to be the Provocations and counters from Porta di Ferro Stretta with sword and cloak. There's only 3 basic plays here, but they have a lot of possibilities within each one. So we're going to look at each one of those. These are all kind of based off of the punta reversa, much like we saw with cinghiale. Depending on which foot we move forward, and depending on what option or which path I take, A or B, this can lead to a number of different outcomes. So the first one we have is we are going to throw a dritto stramazzone over their sword. Context being, maybe I'm truish and I want to get to the outside of the weapon. Maybe I'm stepping 2 distance below this right foot. Then we go to the punta reversa to the face. And now depending on how they respond, I have 1 of 2 things I can do. If they're going to go nice and high with their defense, trade and cut to the thigh with the reverso as usual. So do it again. And make sure the cloak is covering your head. Alternatively, find ourselves in a good position on their blade. We can actually turn this into an imbroccata by stepping back towards their inside. So on the side, we have stramazzone to start. Punta reversa to the face. We find ourselves in a better position, so we should just turn our hand up and thrust to the chest there. In response to this, we have the 2 possibilities. We're going to defend ever so slightly with taking a small step with our right foot. And as we go to the leg, we're just going to step back and hit the sword arm. So small step up, they come in, we get out of the way. If instead it was the imbroccata to the chest, we're still doing the same defense. As they start coming in, we're going to step around. So basically doing our mezzo riverso defense and come in with our own imbroccata under their sword. So again, we have defend against the thrust, come from below, and thrust to the chest. Second one is a similar start, except we're doing this with all of our right foot. We have 2 basic paths here. So the basic idea is I want to set up the basic way we learned in the sword by itself, where we step across and hit with a mandrito tondo. That's what we want them to be anticipating. So when we do that, and they do the thing that they should, which would be defend, maybe hit our hand, or defend, transition to face guard, we're going to change up the attack. So we're coming in, coming here, and either reverse up to the head, because actually gives us a response to that. And I would go back with that, although you could go forward if you felt you had a little bit more space. Or do that reverso to the thigh on the outside. So both of those options, you step across, give the look of the mandrito, cut to the head, or give a look and cut to the leg. Alternatively, we could, with this left foot, if we sense that not really doing much with this, we can suppress and throw that outside slip leg action, the overhand reversal to the head. So again, we start with the right foot, they're not really doing much, so we go around. Now, as my response to this, against the very initial action with the reversa, if I'm early enough, change to entry guard and thrust to the chest. That's what I would like to do. If it is the reverso to the head, so we've defended against punta reversa, we're going against the tondo, but it's not there. it comes to my hand, we just transition back to entry and thrust. If instead it is the reversal to the leg, we're going to pull this right leg back, and instead of coming in with a imbrocata, there's the weapon and cloak are already going to be there, so actually going to throw entry to low to the leg. So it's defend against the feint, defend against the reversal to the leg, throw a mandrito to the side of the leg. And then our final possibility here is if they come in with the suppression with the left hand. So we've defended, they start coming in to suppress. We're going to let it happen and get out of there. Finally, the last one he describes is a little bit vague, but he says we're going to start with the left foot and give it a feinted change of pace. So, as if I'm going to do a punta reversa, and then we change it to the opposite guard. So going to like a corridola alta, entrare, placing our shoulders on top of their swords, we can thrust right to the chest. So make a small step in, and then we transition to here. He does not give a response to this, but based on what we've seen before, we treat the first thing as if it is an actual attack, so we're going to defend against it. As they start pushing a weapon this way, as they extend forward, we're just going to go with it, step back, and cut to the hand. So we start our defense, they've changed directions, we're going to yield and get out there with a cut to that hand. So that's iron gate with the right foot. Last guard remains is unicorn with the right and left foot forward.